Well, hello and welcome to another edition of Sports 360. I am Tapush Bhattacharya and today our main focus will be on the Khelo India Youth Games in Guwahati. We also take a look at India's series against Sri Lanka. What are the main takeaways from that series? News from the Tokyo 2020 Summer Games and the big hopes of Indian champion and the heroes rising from India. Let's get started with Sports 360 this week, starting with Khelo India Youth Games. The third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games got off to an electrifying start as more than 25,000 spectators at Guwahati's Indira Gandhi Stadium witnessed the gala opening ceremony. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal and Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Kiran Rijiju inaugurated the games during a spectacular opening ceremony. The third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games got off to a rousing start on Friday evening, with lakhs of television viewers joining over 25,000 spectators at the Indira Gandhi Stadium in spirit to celebrate the oneness of India. Assam's Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal and Union Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju inaugurated the games during a spectacular opening ceremony, marking the start of this edition of the country's most ambitious sports initiative. The state's most famous daughter, Hima Das, received a rousing reception as she entered the packed stadium carrying the torch for the last leg before lighting the game's flame.
মাননীয় প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়াই যিগৰাকী মহান নেতাই 2014 চনৰ পৰাই প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী দায়িত্ব লৈ অসম তথা উত্তৰ পূৰ্বাঞ্চলৰ ক্ষিপ্ৰ উন্নয়নৰ বাবে দৃঢ়তাৰে কাম কৰি আহিছে। বিভিন্ন উল্লেখযোগ্য পদক্ষেপৰ দ্বাৰা এই অঞ্চল ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ বুকুত যাতে শক্তিশালী অঞ্চল হিচাপে গঢ় লৈ উঠিব পাৰে ইয়াৰ বাবে তেখেতে সহযোগিতা আগবঢ়াইছে।
Close to 6,800 athletes from 37 states and union territories have descended on the beautiful city of Guwahati, which has been decked up like a bride to compete for medals, scholarship and greater glory in 20 sports disciplines.
सबको एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिलना चाहिए, इस कल्पना के साथ खेलो इंडिया का आयोजन शुरू किया और इसके तहत हम चाहते हैं कि गांव-गांव तक देश के कोने-कोने तक हम पहुंचे और छोटे-छोटे कम उम्र में बच्चों को हम ट्रेनिंग दे करके उसको विश्व चैंपियन बनाएंगे, ये हमारा प्रतिबद्धता है।
The evening started with Assam Rifles Band rendering national anthem in a robust manner. A group of drummers in their colorful attires then began the countdown, setting the mood for the evening. At the same time, the teams marched in with the Assam contingent expectedly getting the biggest round of applause. An elaborate cultural act followed, highlighting Assam's various dances and art forms to the visiting dignitaries. Bollywood music star Shankar Mahadevan then took the stage, entertaining the audiences with his mega hits. Indian government's Fit India campaign was showcased with a strong message urging everybody to spend at least 5 minutes on their fitness. Finally, the Khelo India Youth Games theme song was performed, a song that has already captured the imagination of the athletes.
The third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games has been kicked off with a grand opening ceremony. Here, it was a world-class event. Innovative use of technology was there to make it larger than life event. A large number of performers participated in it, and the cultural heritage of Assam was also displayed in the opening ceremony. Now, for the next 12 days, the young athletes will vie for glory. With camera person Sandeep, this is Narayan Singh reporting for DD News, Guwahati.
Well, volunteers are the backbone of any event, and no wonder Khelo India Youth Games have roped them in to make the games a success. Ahead of the games, an orientation program of the volunteers was organized, and more than 1,200 volunteers will help and assist athletes during the Khelo India Youth Games.
Ahead of the Khelo India Youth Games, an orientation program of the volunteers was organized at Horukhojai Sports Complex in Guwahati on Wednesday. The event was chaired by Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, and he told volunteers to do their duty with honesty to make Khelo India a successful event. The volunteers will play a key role in ensuring that the games are conducted in a smooth manner. Each one of them have been assigned a role and were briefed about their responsibilities.
Volunteer will assess everywhere because players are coming from outside. So they don't have idea about Guwahati, they don't have idea about Assam. Each and every knowledge they will get from volunteers. All sort of assistance they will get from volunteers. Each and every these volunteers will be friend of all the players. These volunteers will be friend of all the management committee. These volunteers will be friend of all those who are coming from outside for any of the activity. Even people, friends from media. Volunteers will help them also.
More than 1,200 volunteers will help and assist athletes during the Khelo India Youth Games. Volunteers looked upbeat as they believe that sports provides a challenging and inspiring environment to develop important values.
Big honor for me to service my state, and it's a very good experience to be the volunteer of such a big event happening in our state. And I'm very thankful for my seniors who have given me the opportunity for servicing my state.
यहाँ के मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा है सर। यहाँ पर विभिन्न प्रदेशों से आए हुए लड़का या लड़के स्पोर्ट्स से मिलने का मौका मिल रहा है और वॉलंटियर यहाँ पर करके मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सर।
खेलो इंडिया इस बार आसाम में हो रहा है और मतलब वॉलंटियरिंग करने के लिए मतलब हमको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला है। मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और कब स्टार्ट होगा वही मतलब इंतज़ार है और कैसा गेम होगा सुपर एक्साइटेड है उसके लिए।
प्लान तो बहुत कुछ है, खेलो इंडिया के लिए बहुत सारा प्रिपरेशन किया है और अलग अलग देश से अलग अलग पार्टिसिपेंट्स आ रहे हैं तो उन लोगों के लिए उन लोगों के साथ काम करके उन लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस लेकर बहुत अच्छा भी लग रहा है।
गेम तो बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत एक्साइटेड भी हूँ, बहुत गेम देखने के लिए पहली बार आया हूँ खेलो इंडिया में तो बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ।
Volunteers are the face of a sporting event. People are motivated to volunteer for all sorts of reasons. For most, it is a leisure choice. Many people volunteer because they find it enjoyable. Volunteering is a selfless job and it can give people the chance to develop in various areas of life.
More than 1,200 volunteers are there in Khelo India Youth Games. They will assist athletes and dignitaries here in Khelo India Youth Games. They will act as a friend, philosopher and guide to these athletes. It's a selfless job, but it also provides opportunity to these volunteers. With camera person Sandeep, this is Narayan Singh reporting for DD News, Guwahati.
Well, defending champion Maharashtra and runners-up Haryana will be locked in a keen tussle as the third edition games kicked off. When Maharashtra, which had cornered a grand total of 228 medals in the last edition, has fielded a 579 strong contingent this time and is expected to be rolling in medals this year too. Our correspondent Narayan Singh spoken to the players and tried to find out about their aspirations.
Khelo India Youth Game is a platform where young athletes start their journey, and it's a platform from where they can learn a lot. And right now with us is the judo team of MP.
Very well competition of Khelo India Youth Games 2020 and very big competition. Then international players are participate in the 2020 Youth Games.
What's your aim? Where you want to go from here after playing in Khelo India Youth Games?
I want to participate and represent my country in Olympics and Commonwealth Games.
Judo coach with also us, the judo coach of the MP. So what's the level of competition here in Khelo India Youth Games?
It's a national level competition from all over the state in participation in this competition, and it's very good for the youth.
So it's giving a platform to the young players so that they can perform for India at the international level also. So what do you see? What's the facilities? What's the arrangement here?
It's awesome facility by the government, and it's very good for the talent search.
Young athletes from different states has arrived in the third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games. Right now we have the Maharashtra team, which are the athletics team. What's your experience here in the games?
My experience is very nice because of Here's arrangement is very nice, and ground is very great.
One more athlete we have. In which event you are participating, and what's your age category?
My age category is under 17 girls, 200 and 400 event athletics.
You are coming first time or?
Yes, I am coming first
So
time.
you are debutant in this.
Yes, my experience is very great because they have arranged this Khelo India Games in a large quantity. They have given all the facilities to the athletes. They have made very nice arrangement for the players. So I like the arrangement very much.
So here is a grassroots program, the Khelo India Youth Games, and it's giving a chance to young athletes to bloom and win medals for India. So from where, what's your dream? Where you want to go from here?
Yes, absolutely, because all the players want to be on the height of the sports. So I also want to be one of them, like Hima Das and all. They have been the icon of Assam state here. We also want to shine on the big levels like Olympics and internationals.
My aim is gold medal in international and go to Olympic.
So players here wants to bring glory for India at the Olympics level. They want to win medals for the India at the highest level. So this is the achievement of the Khelo India Youth Games, where youth, those small kids, small children, teenagers want to bring glory for India at the highest level of sports. With camera person Sandeep, this is Narayan Singh, Guwahati.
Well, the third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games 2020 started, and it will be culminated on the 22nd of January. Our correspondent Narayan Singh takes a close look at the main stadium and gives us more details.
This is Horu Hazai Sports Complex, where the opening ceremony of the third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games. Basically, this is a football stadium and it is the main venue of the games. This time, the track and field events of the third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games will take place at this stadium, and the athletes are ready for these events. And apart from this, this stadium has many achievements against its name. In 2006, it hosted India's 33rd National Games, and in 2016, the stadium hosted South Asian Games. In 2016, the stadium recorded the highest attendance for a football match in Northeast, when Northeast United hosted Chennai FC in a football match. And later on, that record was broke by Kuman Lampak Stadium of Manipur. Apart from this, the stadium also hosted many international football matches, FIFA World Cup qualifier between India and Nepal. So this time, the stadium will add one more achievement against its name. With camera person Sandeep, this is Narayan Singh reporting for DD News, Guwahati.
Well, in order to take a stock of the security aspect, our correspondent Narayan Singh spoke to the Joint Commissioner of Guwahati Police, and this is what he has to say.
With me right now is the Joint Police Commissioner of Guwahati, U. Upadhyay. Sir, what about the security arrangements right now in Guwahati, as it's a big event?
All necessary security arrangements have been made up so far, and all the arrangements are at the top being looked after by overall security in charge, additional DGP Communication Assam, besides Commissioner of Police and all other officials.
So what are the special devices installed here so that you can detect some sort of problem if it's there?
All the latest technicalities, so far anti-sabotage checks are concerned, have been put up, and all other measures that the modern security system require have been placed.
So what are the logistic hurdles sometimes you felt that if it's a big game, a large number of participants are there, tourists are coming here. So what's the hurdles you are facing?
You see, all hurdles can be overcome only with the endurance. So our police people are having sufficient endurance. They can shoulder the tax, whatever they face, for discharging their lawful duties, and we are very happy to welcome this game and to put up our service for the sports.
And what are the things that are allowed to take inside the stadium and what are not allowed for the security purpose?
You see, I better not quote specifically, only whatever the indiscriminating for the peaceful observance of the games are barred. So any questionable play cards, which is not permissible by law, and other things as such have been barred.
What are the different forces you have deployed here for the security?
Our local Assam police is there, Assam police battalion is there, and central armed forces are also deployed.
So it's a tough job. It's a 24/7 job. What's the driving force behind this?
You see, this is only happiness of having the match fulfilled peacefully.
So the Joint Commissioner of Assam was with us, and definitely he said that all arrangements are there for the security. And with camera person Smurti Ranjan, this is Narayan Singh reporting for DD News, Guwahati.
And to provide more perspective on the Khelo India Youth Games, I'm joined by our correspondent Narayan Singh from Guwahati. Narayan, amazing gala ceremony. What can we expect in the days to come in the Khelo India Youth Games?
It was a grand opening ceremony there in Guwahati, and now the athletes are participating in different events, and right now we can see that the shooting events are going on, athletic events are going on, gymnastic events are going on, totally a different environment in the Guwahati, because the young and very excited athletes are coming here to participate in this huge game. And definitely not only the athletes, the people of Guwahati are also excited to see these young children to perform in this city.
Well, Narayan, is there any particular player, athletes, do you think that in the next few days will come up with the goods? And remember, these games are basically to make sure that we have a bench strength at place. The young champions that have been honed to prepare them for the Asian Games or the Olympics. So, do you have any such a player who do you think will make a mark in these games?
Definitely there are many players, Tapas, who can make a mark for India through these games, because here the young talents are coming and they are blooming and bringing glory for country at the Commonwealth, Asian and Olympic Games. And today only a young athlete, Priyanka Dasgupta, won 4 gold medals in the gymnastic events. So she comes from a very humble background. Despite that, she managed to win 4 gold medals, and many more athletes are there who are doing exceptionally well in different fields, in athletics, in archery. So this is the platform from where all small children are getting a platform, and they are performing very brilliantly. They are performing here and just bringing glory for the country. And this is the platform. The first thing is that this is here the level of competition is very high, Tapas, because here the children who are already the champions they are also playing here, and the players with very little experience who are debutant also playing here. That's why they are getting a world-class competition. And this is very healthy thing for the Indian sports right now. When you compete with a better player with you, definitely the level of competition increases, and it helps to give very excellent athletes to country. And in coming times, definitely we will see that India is blooming in Olympics also.
Right, and I also just wanted to check, last time Maharashtra topped the medal tally. This time there is a lot of competition among the states to get that, points at the top of the points tally. What do you think? Which states do you think will be at the top, and which states do you feel that are making the most progress in the last, let's say, in the last edition also, and in this edition also?
Definitely Maharashtra topped the games last time, and before that Haryana was the table topper, and Delhi remained third in both the previous edition. So this time is a tough battle between Haryana and Maharashtra, and Maharashtra has a strong contingent, and Haryana too also have a strong, they have brought a larger contingent than Maharashtra this time, and they will try to topple them. And Delhi, who remained third in both the previous edition, they will also try to increase their ranking in this this edition of the games and try to get a good number of medals this time. But the way Tripura is going on right now, they are at the second place. Maharashtra is at the top of the table. So a tough battle is there between the various states, and they are here between the diversity and unity. You can see that they are all learning from each other. A learning curve is there for the young athletes here. So tough battle, we can say that right now the way things are going, Haryana and Maharashtra in a tough battle here in the third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games.
I appreciate your time, Narayan Singh. Thank you so much for the time. That was our correspondent Narayan Singh providing us all the inputs from the Khelo India Youth Games. Now, still staying with Khelo India Games, the electrical vehicle program is being promoted at the third edition of the Games in Guwahati, and many electric buses are deployed along with charging station in different venues. Vehicle will be used by the dignitaries, while one of the cars will be on display at this venue.
The Khelo India Youth Games 2020 is not just creating a strong sports ecosystem in the country, but is also taking a strong pro-environmental stand. Organizers are using electrical vehicles for inter-venue transfers of athletes and dignitaries. Electrical buses are deployed along with charging stations in different venues.
हम लोग 15 इलेक्ट्रिक बस हमने ट्रांसपोर्ट सेल में यहाँ पे लगाई है, और वो भी एक आप कह सकते हैं गो ग्रीन इनिशिएटिव का एक पार्ट है। और जैसे जैसे और हम लोग आगे और गेम्स करेंगे तो एक शुरुआत है, आगे हो सकता है कुछ सालों बाद हम गेम करें जिसमें हम लोग सारी इलेक्ट्रिकल बस यूज करें।
ये इलेक्ट्रिक बस है, ये आसाम स्टेट ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशन करता है। इसमें पॉल्यूशन नहीं होता है। अभी खेलो इंडिया में ये आसाम स्टेट ट्रांसपोर्ट ने दिया है।
This activity is carried out to encourage the adoption of electric vehicles, which can cut the nation's energy demand by 64% and carbon emissions by 37% by the year 2030. If the majority of people in India are encouraged to purchase electric vehicles, it will make a huge impact on the betterment of our environment, which is need of the hour.
There are several initiatives taken in this edition of the Khelo India Youth Games. One of them is the use of electric vehicles. This initiative will encourage people to use electric vehicles, and that will help to make a strong environmental ecosystem. With camera person Sandeep, this is Narayan Singh, DD News, Guwahati.
Well, from Khelo India, moving on to cricket news. Australia's Test captain Tim Paine says it was humbling to meet rescue workers who have been fighting the bushfires. Fires in Australia have killed at least 25 people since September and destroyed almost 2,000 homes.
Not so much evacuated. So
Australian Test captain Tim Paine and spinner Nathan Lyon visited areas devastated by the bushfires in New South Wales and met with firefighters to lift their spirits. The majority of the fires that have destroyed most of Australia's east coast occurred in New South Wales, where 1,870 homes have been destroyed so far, authorities said. 27 people have been killed this fire season, according to the federal government, as the monster fires have scorched through more than 10.3 million hectares of land, an area of the size of South Korea. Paine and Lyon visited Vingello, a small town of about 500, devastated by bushfires over the weekend. Residents returned to find some homes burnt to the ground.
It's been a really special day for us to come down and see some of the devastation and see the size of the fire that have come through places like this has been absolutely mind-blowing. And when you do see it, you realise the bravery and just the flat-out bravery of our firemen and women that have come out here to try and save lives and save property. Has been an unbelievable effort. So we thought, again, just really important for us to come here, say thank you, try and lift their spirits a little bit. And yeah, it's been a really special day, really humbling day.
Sports organisations in Australia have kept a watchful eye on the weather conditions ever since the men's 2020 Big Bash cricket match in Canberra last month was called off due to poor air quality caused by smoke from the fires. Cricket Australia was constantly monitoring air quality during the final two tests of their series with New Zealand. Sports organisations and athletes have also launched fundraising campaigns for victims and relief efforts, with former Australian cricketer Shane Warne auctioning off his baggy green cap that is awarded to players on Test debut. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, India beat Sri Lanka by 78 runs in the third and the final T20 International to win the three-match series 2-0 in Pune. India scored 201 for 6 in the stipulated 20 overs, and openers KL Rahul and Shikhar Dhawan scored 50 each for India.
India rode on some outstanding performances from KL Rahul, Shikhar Dhawan and bowlers to beat Sri Lanka by 78 runs in the third and final T20 International against Sri Lanka in Pune to clinch the series 2-0. The first match was washed out without a ball being bowled. Indian bowlers overcame the dew factor to bowl out Sri Lanka for 123 in 15.5 overs after posting 201 on the board. Sri Lankan opener Avishka Fernando, Oshada Fernando and Kushal Perera couldn't last long either and fell for single-digit scores. With the Lankans reeling at 26 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in the first power play, former skipper Angelo Matthews and Dhananjay De Silva joined forces to revive the chase with a 5th wicket partnership of 68 off 37 balls. Matthews, who was making a comeback in the national team after spending 14 months on the sidelines, made 31 off 20 balls, but it all went downhill for the Lankans once he departed in the 12th over. Dasun Shanaka, Wanindu Hasaranga and Lakshan Sandakan were sent back, packing in quick succession even as De Silva brought up his second T20 50 but couldn't continue to get his team over the line as Lankan innings folded in the 16th over. For India, KL Rahul and Shikhar Dhawan's half-centuries helped India set up a strong foundation before the middle order fired the team past the 200-run mark. Rahul top-scored with 54, while Dhawan made 52. His 50 in the format in nearly 14 months. The Indian innings suffered a brief setback after Sanju Samson and Shreyas Iyer departed in quick succession, but cameos from skipper Virat Kohli, Manish Pandey and Shardul Thakur helped India post a match-winning total on the board. Pandey and Shardul were involved in an unbroken 38-run partnership for the 7th wicket of just 14 deliveries that pushed the momentum in India's favour. Sports Desk, DD India.
Liverpool star Sadio Mane was crowned as Africa's 2019 Player of the Year. The 27-year-old Senegalese striker was up against his Liverpool teammate Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian who won the award in the last 2 years, and Algerian Riyad Mahrez of Manchester City. Mane is our Player of the Week. Well, that's all in this edition of Sports 360. Send your feedback about our program. Drop us a mail on tdindiasports360@gmail.com. Before we wrap up, watch the trial cyclist and popular YouTuber Danny McCaskill showing off a series of impressive tricks by turning traditional gym equipment into stunt items.